Oh my goodness, but it's wet out there today.
So come away with me, nobody has to know where we gonna go.
Good morning and thank you for joining me here today on a Spend the Day with Me. This is pretty much a reset day. I had a quick delivery organised while I was away to coincide with our arrival back home. So Coles delivered some bread, milk, eggs, just to tide us over the weekend so that I didn't feel rushed having to go to the shops and restock my completely bare fridge. I cleaned it out, made sure now that I know exactly what's needed, and basically I need everything. We are completely empty. I think at best I might have had some lonely carrots and a bulb of celery that I need to throw out anyway because it was a little bit old. So I'm starting afresh. I really want to go to Costco because, as you know, I need to stock up on the olive oil that I buy from there. The Kirkland olive oil is the best. I feel it is going up in price a little bit, so I've been sort of making do with the brands available at Coles and Woolies, but I really want to go back to Costco and see if I can find the Costco olive oil, the Kirkland's brand, and also stock up on their extra virgin olive oil because that's also run out. And I thought I might take you along with me, but today I don't really want to go to Costco and do a huge shop, only because I find that that's a bit of a kick in the gut when you get to the registers and you have to pay. So I'm also going to go to Aldi and perhaps Woolies, I don't know. But today it is now almost 9 o'clock. I'm ready and on the road. It is a gloomy Melbourne weather day. It's just a gloomy, rainy, grey Melbourne days. I have to pop in to visit my mum briefly this morning. I haven't seen her for a couple of weeks since we've gone away. So I just want to pop in, say hi, see how she's going. She lives alone. She's 70. She's going to be 77 this year. 77? Yes, she's going to be 77 this year. And she's really sprightly and healthy, and she lives by herself. She's very independent. She doesn't need anything from us. She's a type of mum that's just basically taught me through example to be self-sufficient and independent, and which makes it easy, I guess, now that she's older, because as long as I pop in regularly and make sure that she's okay and she's not wanting for anything, it's good. I'm appreciating this stage until the time where she will become a little bit less self-sufficient. Anyway, so that's on the plans for this morning. It has to be a really quick trip. She lives in the western suburbs. I live in the outer northeastern suburbs, so it is a bit of a 45-minute drive. Hence why I thought we'd have a little chat and catch up. After that, I have to quickly rush back home for a meeting with my husband. And then I'm planning on popping out to the shop. So bear with me. There's a fair bit going on today that I will share with you. The outfit of the day is my new favorite outfit. You may have seen it in my recent Kmart haul and styling. I really loved it. It is basically their wind cheater with just a white shirt and the old pleather pants that I bought from Kmart last year. And I just feel so pulled together and chic wearing this outfit, and my thrifted out of my husband's wardrobe blazer. I tried to take some footage of it earlier before I left the house, but it was so gloomy and dark. I'm not sure how it would have turned out. I'll see it in editing. Anyway, let me concentrate on the road, and I'll have a chat with you later. Whenever I drive through this section of Maribyrnong, I always remember the first few months when we arrived in Australia. My family migrated to Australia from Italy in 1978. And back then, this little pocket of Maribyrnong, which is on the corner of Rosman Road? No, the road before Rosman Road, Williamson Road, and whatever this road is. When I pass it, I'll tell you. Used to be the migration centre, immigration centre, concentration camp, it felt like. But no, it wasn't that bad. It was actually quite good. We were very well looked after as new migrants, but it was very dismal. We arrived in Australia pretty much this time of year. It was really cold and wet and gloomy, and we'd left Italy during the summer. So it was a very sharp contrast between what I'd left and what we'd come to. And this little pocket here is the old immigration centre in Maribyrnong, which is now been demolished and I think being turned into a commercial site, but it's just changing completely. And in order to go visit my mum, this is the road that I take, and it always brings back memory of that time and how lonely and not afraid, but how lonely I'd felt as a child, leaving all family and friends and summer behind and coming to Australia and not having anyone and having to just adjust and learn a whole new language and make new friends and move into a new home. Anyway, those memories always come back to me. I get like these flashbacks every time I come down this road. But it's changed tremendously since those days. That was good. It's so nice to catch up with Mum. Today would have been a really good time to pop into Highpoint. One of my viewers, Bronwyn, has asked me to vlog from Highpoint and go visit the shopping centre and all the usual haunts that I visit in my vlogs. I think there's a TK Maxx. I'm not sure whether there's a Target there. Definitely there's a Maya at Highpoint. Anyway, it would be a good exploratory vlog because I don't often go to Highpoint. So there would be a lot to show you from that shopping centre. But today is not the day because I've got to get back home for my meeting that I have at 11:30, and it's 20 to 11 now. It took me 45 minutes on the leg up to get to Mum's place, and I'm allowed saying 45 minutes to get back home. The reason why I don't normally vlog from Highpoint, or why I don't often, the reason why I don't vlog from Highpoint every time I go and visit my mum, because obviously I go more frequently than what this video would show, is that I always go on the weekend because I go with Kevin, and the Highpoint is just crazy busy on the weekend, and it's just a little bit uncomfortable to vlog when there are a lot of people around. So it would have been ideal today because it's a weekday, early morning, so it wouldn't have been as busy and I wouldn't have attracted as much attention. But unfortunately, there's a conflict in meeting time. Kevin had organized this meeting for me while we were away, and I hadn't sort of worked out what my filming schedule was going to be on my return. So unfortunately, today is not the day for Highpoint, but Bronwyn, I haven't forgotten about you. I will be going to Highpoint soon and vlogging from there. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Oh my goodness, but it's wet out there today. And that was a very disappointing Costco shop. I went in there for the olive oil. That's the second time that I've been to Costco. Oh my God, my hair's all wet. That's the second time that I've been to Costco and I haven't been able to find the olive oil. So that's disappointing. I did find the extra virgin olive oil. There was my protein powder, my collagen powder I have every morning. That was on sale. So that was a good deal. I didn't find that there were a lot of good deals today. So I hardly bought any vegetables. I'm going to have to go to Aldi next and see what I can find there to top up my shopping. And I have to say that that was a very dismal shop because it still cost me an arm and a leg to not get everything that I wanted. So that was disappointing. There wasn't really any impulse buys in there. I mean, the Coke was a good deal. That was $10.99 for 6 1.25 litre bottles. So that was good. Toilet paper. The salmon was a bit exy. Yeah, the prawns were a bit exy, but they're on sale, I think. But that's what I was planning on buying this week. And obviously the quantities are quite large and substantial. So I'll be able to pop them in the freezer as soon as I get home. And that will last me a number of weeks. So anyway, now off to try and go to Aldi. So fingers crossed I can get what I need from Aldi. What a horrid Melbourne day. It's just wet, grey and gloomy, which is fine. I'm just in a shopping centre or coming in and out of shops, so it's not a big deal. But I have to be home by 3 for another meeting. So that's cutting it fine. I've asked my husband to reschedule hopefully to 4. I'll have to check that he got my message and be able to do that. Otherwise, I'm cutting it very fine because that took a little bit longer than I anticipated, considering I didn't get everything that I needed. Anyway, let me concentrate on getting us to Aldi. Sorry, I couldn't film anything at Costco because I thought today's Tuesday and I went at lunchtime today thinking that it was going to be nice and quiet, but I think everyone else had the same idea. I thought Tuesday, lunchtime, rainy day, no one is going to be at Costco. Well, I think everyone else had exactly the same idea as me because everyone was at Costco. So I could hardly film, considering I also wanted to be in and out as quickly as possible due to time constraints. Anyway, let's see you at the next stop. And while I was at it, I forgot to tell you that there's a shortage of eggs. I've heard about it on the news and it hadn't clicked in that was the case. But I went to Costco and they had absolutely no eggs. So that's something else that I need to check out at Aldi and make sure they've got eggs. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go into Coles. So I've still got a little bit of running around to do, but I'd allocated today as being my restock of my fridge. And then my husband popped in 2 meetings for me into my day, which has really sort of thrown me a little bit because of what I was planning on doing. But we're making it work. I'll make it work. He hasn't replied to let me know whether he's been able to push out the meeting to 4 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. It's 1:30 now. I still have to go to Aldi. I still have to finish off everything else that I'm not going to be able to find at Aldi. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Aldi will have everything I need, and then that's going to be my only stop. But otherwise, if I've got to go to the fruit and veg, then I'm going to make another stop. And then I'm going to get home, unpack the car, and then film the haul, put it all away in time for the meeting. So I'm under the pump a little bit. Fingers crossed he's able to change the meeting. Otherwise, it's going to be just a bit of a rush getting it all done. Well, that was an effort and a bit. I didn't end up going to the fruit and veg shop because I was able to find everything that I needed in the end at Coles. So I went to Costco today, to Aldi, and to Coles so that I could get everything that I needed. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how much it costs to restock a full fridge with everything that you need for the next week or so. And Aldi didn't have any fresh herbs, so I couldn't find any parsley. Actually, basil I didn't buy, but I don't think I needed that. I needed parsley, mint, and thyme. So I ended up having to go to Coles because then I also found at Coles the dog and cat food. And at Aldi, I couldn't find the soaker powder that I normally buy from there as well. So I ended up having to go to 3 different places in order to do a full restock of my fridge and obviously a few pantry items and laundry items. So it's still bucketing down with rain. It's been a really dismal day, really cloudy. I'm looking forward to going home, unpacking all the groceries, showing you what I bought, and then changing into something warm and cuddly, like, I don't know, like leisure wear. It took me pretty much the best part of 3 hours to do all my shopping today. I hadn't realized really that because I go shopping quite regularly, at least once a week, that by going regularly every week, I don't have to do a big bulk shop. And I found that prices on everything has really gone up. How are you finding it? I was really surprised at how much things had gone up. So it sometimes helps to just go and do a little bit of a top-up shop rather than to do a big full shop. But then on the flip side, by doing a full restock, you get to see really how much things have gone up, and the cost of living has really gone up. So I'm heading back home now and I'll take it up there. By the way, the first thing that I did, I thought I'd tell you, the first thing that I did when I came home from holidays was bake a beautiful lemon yogurt cake. I had some yogurt left over in the fridge that was close to use by date that needed to be used. And I had some lemons. Our lemon tree is in full bloom with lots of lemons at the moment. So I wanted to use some lemon. I find that a nice lemon cake is really tangy and the lemon cuts through the sweetness of the cake. So that's the first thing that I did, or one of the first things that I cooked when I got home on the weekend, just to clean out any leftover things that were in the fridge. So I thought I'd put that in here and show you, and it is the Nigella lemon pot cake. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you later when I'm home unpacking everything. Oh yes, and Kevin was able to change the meeting and push it forward, push it back by an hour. Anyway, I can always get confused between pushing it forward and pushing it back. Anyway, it's been delayed by an hour. So that's at 4 o'clock. It is now 3:15, so I've got 45 minutes to unpack the car, film the haul, put all the groceries away.
I know a place where we can go and be alone. So come away with me, nobody has to know where we gonna go. I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me, to run away with me. Don't tell your friends, we'll let them know we're safe later on. The road's calling, sun on our skin, sleeping under stars when it's gone. I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me, to run away with me, to run away with me, to run away.
So after multiple trips from the car, here is the whole haul. What I'll do is at the end of showing you everything that I bought, I'll put a grand total. I think it's an astronomical figure. I hadn't expected it to cost this much. Probably Costco was the most expensive, but I did buy a lot of the high cost ticket prices there, the salmon, the prawns, and the bulk meat. So that's really where the bulk of the expenses went. And also the, what are they called? Dishwashing tablets. And then the Aldi bit, and I ended up going to Coles rather than the fruit and veg shop, ended up being pretty much a fraction of what I spent at Costco. So anyway, so let's get started. Obviously, I stock up on toilet paper when I'm at Costco. I bought the Swiss cheese slices. These are really yummy. We still had some tasty cheese slices in the fridge left over, so that was fine. I didn't need to stock up on those. I bought some double brie cream, some Proactive margarine, some Parmesan cheese. I'm actually grating mine now because I just find that it becomes more economical, but it's also fresher when I grate it on the spot as I need it. The finished powerballs were on sale. There was a coupon code attached to that. And I'm going to be making some ragu, Italian ragu in the slow cooker. Last time I made it, it became really tough because I cooked it on the stove. And even though I cooked it for a long time, it just didn't come as soft and melt in your mouth as when I cook it in the slow cooker. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll break these up into 2 lots and I'll do it over 2 different times. So half will be frozen, or both will be frozen, but in half the quantity. So in 2 lots, if that makes sense. I always have beef mince in the freezer and I've run out. So this also is going to be broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different lots, and they'll equate to about half a kilo to 800 grams each. The vital proteins, collagen peptides that I always buy, not from Costco, I buy it from Chemist Warehouse was actually on sale with a coupon code at Costco. So that was good value. I'm going to be cooking some salmon over the next few weeks. So I bought this, and also I have a recipe on my Thermomix that requires salmon and prawns. So I'm going to be doing a couple of those recipes this week. So it required that. Gourmet fruit salad, or fruit gourmet salad mix, spinach, baby spinach, pepperoni. We really love this. When we make toasties, we add this and the ham with cheese, and it becomes really yummy. English cucumber was cheapest at Costco than anywhere else, so I was glad to get it there. And at Costco, I ended up buying the spicy Italian sausages. I'm not sure whether this is where I bought the spicy sausages last time, but what I've done with these is take the skin off and roll them into little meatball sizes, and then put them in my tomato sauce and make tomato sauce with meatballs out of them. Because they're already spicy and they've already got seasoning in them, it makes them extra tasty in the sauce, and it cuts my time in half. Usually buy chorizo when I'm at Costco because it's my favorite and most economical there. They didn't have my olive oil, but they did have the extra virgin olive oil, so I stocked up on that. I bought some milk, and I bought some rotisserie chicken. This is what I always buy when I go to Costco. I then come home, break it up, put it in the freezer for when I want to make stir fry, chicken stock, etc. Prosciutto, this is my favorite one at Costco, and it's really economical. And the multi-peel tomatoes were on sale, so I bought those. I bought my onions from there as well because they're really cheap. Bought in bulk, 5 kilos, and we go through a lot of onions at home. I use them basically in everything that I cook that's Italian, Maltese, etc. It always starts with chopped up onions and garlic, so I always need that. Oh, bother, I forgot to get garlic, but luckily I've still got a little bit in the fridge, so I'm okay. Coke was on sale, so I ended up buying 2 lots. I think each bottle came to about less than $1.50 or thereabout on sale. Batteries were out of, and I wanted to get some chips. I think I've shown you everything that I bought from Costco. Yep, that's it from Costco. And then this lot here is actually a combination of Aldi and Coles. So I didn't bring enough shopping bags to keep it separate, so it's all been jumbled up. But if you shop at Coles, you know where each items come from. And if I remember, I'll try and tell you here. Bananas from Aldi. Eggs were from Aldi. Costco didn't have any eggs that sold out. So luckily I found them at Aldi. I bought some hand soap or soap bars. My husband likes to use these rather than liquid soap. Some toilet gel cleaner. I always buy them from Aldi. I find that they're really economical there. It's dishwashing liquid. Greek style yogurt, and my clothes detergent I buy also from Aldi. Crackers, celery, leek for some recipes that I'm making. I bought some golden kiwi fruit. I just felt like some avocado, passion fruit. Having come back from a tropical island where we had an abundance of fruit available every morning for breakfast, I just feel like I want some more. Also, I bought some sweet potatoes because I saw this recipe. Well, actually, let me show you what I bought. I bought this magazine recently, the cookbook, the Menopause cookbook, and it had some beautiful recipes in it for breakfast alternatives to toast and eggs on toast and avocado toast, etc. And one of the recipes was a baked sweet potato with toppings. And so I bought the sweet potatoes because I'm going to try that for breakfast. Carrots, red chilies, I needed those for some recipes this week. Parsley and mint. Mint was more because ever since we've come back, I've started making flavoured water with oranges, apples, any of the old fruit that sort of stayed behind and we didn't get to finish. I'm just putting it into some water, adding some mint sprigs, and it's just delicious, and it reminds me of being on holiday. Olive oil I ended up having to get from Coles because I thought the Aldi was more expensive, but in actual fact, Coles was more expensive. But anyway, I wasn't going back to Aldi. I bought tuna from Coles. I like this style because the tuna is really chunky and in big pieces. So when I make a a tuna salad for lunch or as a meal. For dinner, I like to use this type of tuna only because it's just chunky and it's really delicious. Snap lock bags, even though I did buy a lot of the reusable bags from Temu, I just find that I'm just lazy, really lazy, and I can't be bothered washing them. So I end up going back to the disposable ones. Please don't come for me. I just buy what makes my life easier, and these just make my life easier. These were on sale. They weren't on my shopping list. They were from Coles. The chocolates here were from Aldi. I love milk hazelnut and milk coconut, and these were also half price at Coles, the Arnott's mint slice. The other night I was trying to make, or the first night that we came back from holidays, I wanted to make minestrone because I had some mince in the freezer and some frozen veggies in the fridge and just some vegetables that needed to be used up from having been in the fridge for 2 weeks. And I was looking for some borlotti beans in my pantry, and I couldn't find any, so I realized I'd run out and hadn't replenished. And so I replenished the borlotti beans and the red kidney beans. I believe these were all from Coles. Taco seasoning from Aldi, tomatoes from Aldi. I needed dog food, and this is what I bought from Coles, only because it said that it was all natural ingredients, and the first ingredient is real meat. This is what I've started buying for the cats. It's the Immune Defense Plus special blend to help support first-line immune defense. Anyway, it's supposed to reduce litter box odor, combat hairballs, and reduce calories for a healthy weight. One of our cats, as you know, Alaska, she loves her food and I can't control her eating. She's just too adorable. So when she comes in begging for food, I just need to top up her bowl. I feel bad otherwise. So I'm hoping that this will help her, if not lose weight, try not to put on too much more weight. I needed to restock on fabric softener. The nappy sand was in the wrong spot at Coles. I didn't realize, and it was on a half price ticket item. So they ended up giving that to me at the ticket price, half price at Coles. This is also from Coles, the wool and delicates detergent. Rubbish bag or rubbish liners, or rubbish bag liners, rubbish bin liners from Aldi. The napkins from Aldi, sparkling mineral water from Aldi, and one of the recipes, even though I'm doing dry July and I've gone off alcohol for a little bit just to see how it impacts my menopause symptoms, one of my recipes requires a little bit of wine, and I figured that it'll cook off any alcohol, so hopefully that won't trigger any hot flushes that I've actually haven't had for a good month ever since I've implemented some changes. Chicken breast I bought from Aldi, yet when I was at Coles I realised I could have gotten it at Coles for $1 less. Never mind. This is from Aldi, chicken roasting pieces. It just makes my life easier on a weeknight to just whack those in the oven and some veggies and we're done. Steak chips from Aldi. Mixed vegetables I got from Aldi only because I couldn't find any at Costco. They were on my list to buy at Costco, but I couldn't find any there. Heavy duty sponges for the kitchen, Brussels sprouts or bean sprouts for a recipe that I'm doing this week, mushrooms for a recipe, mandarins, capsicums. Capsicum were cheapest at Coles rather than Aldi, surprise, surprise. And I think that is it. I will put on the screen here the total cost of what it cost me to replenish my fridge. Is that in focus? There you go. I will put on the screen what it cost me today to just replenish my fridge. Obviously, all these items are not just for 1 week. A lot of them will be for months. Like, for example, the salmon and the prawns, that won't be eaten immediately. The prosciutto, the canned goods. Anyway, I don't think I've got a lot of meat. A lot of it will be frozen. So not everything is going to be eaten this week. But wow, it is expensive to restock from nothing. Let me show you my fridge so that you can see that I am not lying. It is pretty much bare. We just have condiments there. Dog food is the only food that's in there. I've got some straggly carrots, some packet of noodles of some sort. I did do a order from Coles before we landed, so they'll be waiting for me. And I got some capsicum, some lettuce, and tomato, and a cucumber. And that's it. Really, that's all that's in my fridge. So it's very rare for my fridge to be that bare. And now I just have to take everything that I've bought and find a home for it, which is not going to be hard considering how bare and empty my fridge is. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. Until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.